I always wanted to go to Africa, but I didn't know how. And then I heard about this Leave for Change experience.
I wanted to go abroad and learn a bit more about a different community, but within the context of skills that I already have. I was in Vietnam, in a city that was about 2 hours outside of Hanoi. I was working at a college there, a community college, as a student services advisor.
I worked for Botswana AIDS Christian organization, and I was a program advisor. Was there any experience that really stood out for you?
I have to say work culture. We started the day quite early, ended it quite early, and we had a nice little break in between. People went home to their families, and so it was very family focused. And so it was difficult for me, who was only there for 3 weeks, to balance my time appropriately.
So I would go to this person and quickly say that, oh, could you print these for me? And the person would look at me like, you know, where are you coming from, you know? And then afterwards I realized that wherever I go, I would start with Dumela, which is hello. And then I would ask a couple of little questions and they would ask me in return, and then we would come to the work.
Communication was a big thing that I learned while I was there, and it was having the barrier of just language and dialects. There's, I think, over 20 dialects in the Vietnamese language.
I think it is also important that you find a mandate that matches with your skills, so that you can get the best of it, because again, you are going there for such a short period of time. I was really working hard, but then over the weekends, I was like a hardcore tourist. We rode on mokoros. It's like a canoe. It was so calming, it was zen-like.
Working with a couple of people showing me what their national dishes are, and actually cooking homemade meals. And so having that sort of smaller family feeling within my work environment was really great.
We were doing a walking safari and seeing some animals. We tracked a couple of hippo footprints, but luckily we didn't come across face to face with them, but we heard a lot of them.
So I got onto the back of the bike. It started to pour rain. And there was dust flying everywhere. We had to swerve out of a couple places.
On a more personal level, I really was astonished seeing the people with HIV and AIDS. So that was a really big, in a way, shock for me.
Did you find that your worldview changed at all after this experience?
With one person, I ended up working very closely. And I learned a lot from her. And I think she learned few things from me, and when I look at the big picture, I see that, you know, that was my little contribution.
Did you find that your work changed at all when you came back?
It did, because, you know, I do work with faculty members with different backgrounds, you know. It was really like another layer. I was going deeper to understand what they were saying, and that was really helping me to do a better job.
It was a really great experience to actually feel so welcomed by a country and by people. It made me feel as though I was making a valid contribution and that they were also invested in the process.
You know, just don't lose sight of the big picture.
Know that you're going on an amazing experience, and that your experience is, and as cheesy as it may sound, is exactly what you want to make of it.